Hello everybody, Jose Perez here, a committee member with the Downey Association of Realtors, and we're bringing you an amazing series. It's called Lunch with a Top Producer. We're going to be featuring some of our top members from our association. They're going to be bringing and sharing value to you. And with me I have my co-host.
Hi, I'm Dan Navarez, Vice President and Managing Partner at Century 21 Realty Manager, also Downey Association of Realtors Vice President. I am excited about this series. We're going to have lunch with a top producer, bring value to our members. He's going to tell you a little bit about how he became successful, what his struggles were, and what he does every day to stay on top of his game. Our first initial guest, Mr. Hector Benavidez from Century 21 All-Stars.
Thank you guys, a pleasure to be here with you guys. Hector Benavidez, Century 21 All-Stars, about 17 years in the business. I'm so happy to kind of share my thoughts about the business.
Hey guys, this is completely unscripted, where he's going to be sharing it from the heart, so we want to make sure that we bring real live stories from our top producers, our top producing members, and we're going to be going around the different offices and showcasing different individuals, as well as showcasing our beautiful city of Downey. Today I'm very honored that we have Hector, a top producer agent from All Stars, here sharing his story with all of you guys.
And we are in a lovely venue, the Gaucho Grill here in Downey. If you haven't been here, you got to get here. Great food, great ambiance, and hopefully we're going to bring a lot of value to our members today.
All right, let's do it, guys. Are you ready?
Go. So Hector, first of all, thank you again for joining us on this amazing series that we're putting together for our members. We appreciate taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here and have lunch with us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for the invitation, guys. I really appreciate it.
So first of all, we want to let our members know a little bit about who Hector is, how long you've been in business, and how you got started into real estate.
Absolutely. My name is Hector Benavidez. I'm a Century 21 All-Stars agent for about 17 years in the business now. I started back in 2000, same office, Century 21, but a different franchise. And I moved to C21 All-Stars back in 2008, 2009, around there. So I've been there for almost 10 years now with C21 All-Stars.
Very good, very good.
Beautiful.
What did you do before you got into real estate?
I was in the wholesale shoe business. I had a shoe distribution, so I had a warehouse in the city of Montebello, and I was selling wholesale to retail clients and all over the place. And I remember driving to Honeymoon Park and seeing the sign at Century 21 office saying make $100,000 or more, and that's what that attracted me. So I changed my business before the shoe business, and then I moved to the Century 21. I mean, as a realtor, selling homes.
Very good, very good.
And that transition between shoe business, no experience at all. You know, you're selling shoes, and then you went from real estate. How was the struggle of coming into the real estate industry when you had no experience at all?
Now that you mentioned this, and the fact that it's going to be important for new agents to listen to this conversation, is that it's hard. At the beginning, it's tough. You know, I remember my first 3 months, no selling, no leads, no nothing. It was hard. I was about to quit the real estate industry. And I remember talking to my broker, and I said, you know what, it just is like planting your seeds. Just planting your seeds. Keep on prospecting, and I never stopped. I was prospecting, I mean, on a daily basis, at least 4 to 5 to 6 hours sometimes, door knocking and cold calling.
6 hours a day. Some of you guys don't want to even do 2 hours a day. So that's amazing.
Correct.
Absolutely. When did you feel it clicked? What was the one thing that you were doing as far as your prospecting that really took off for you?
I changed areas. I was door knocking Bell Gardens. Okay. I'm pretty sure you know the city, right?
Gardens very well.
So city of Bell Gardens, and I noticed it wasn't really moving a lot. So I had a talk with my title company, and I asked him what cities were selling the most. At that time, he said, go to Paramount, start prospecting in Paramount. So, and then I got my first listing appointment in Paramount the very second week of prospecting, and said, you know what, this is it. I'm changing cities. So I went to Paramount, and I started, getting more business, leads, listing appointments, selling appointments. So at that point, I realized that by talking to the right person, because I was so stubborn and staying on Bell Gardens, I wanted to dominate that area, but properties just weren't selling.
And that's a good tip for the new associates out there. Just like a business, you got to stock with selling. Whatever's selling at a grocery store, they stock more of that. Well, he found out the hard way. Bell Gardens wasn't moving. Yeah. He moved to the Paramount area, which was, and look, the rest is history.
You got to look at the real estate trends. You got to see what's moving. The numbers are key. Numbers don't lie. So, Hector, tell the members here, what was one of the lowest points that you had in your real estate business where you were just going through, a lot of it could be the personal business, and what did you do to shift yourself and get out of that mindset to be a top producing agent in a high producing office?
Okay, as you know, Jose and Dan, this business is about mindset. So I remember back then in 2006, 2007, when the market changed, it affected me big time because I was selling properties on a daily basis, and all of a sudden no sales, no listings, no nothing. So it was tough. It was hard for me to make that change, make that shift on my mind. But I mean, what I can tell you guys, the new agents out there, be coachable. Start listening to your coaches, to your managers, because they do have the answers for those tough situations. This is a tough business to be in, but if we don't listen to our personal coaches, managers, it's gonna be even tougher. So my honest opinion is that we need to listen to these guys and kind of pay attention to those little details, because it could be tough. Jose, it could be tough.
Yeah, I've heard. I wasn't part of the industry when it went down, but I've heard the stories, and the fact that you're still here says a lot about who you are and your character. So I commend you for that, for being able to get through that tough situation.
Let me ask you, Hector. What do you do now to be consistent? You're a Centurion producer and have been for many, many, many years for Century 21. What do you do to keep that consistency? What makes you?
Before you jump into your question, can you share with them what a Centurion is? Because there's some people that don't even know what that entitles.
Absolutely. A Centurion agent for Century 21 is an agent that produces a minimum of $260,000 in gross post commissions annually. And Hector's been one for many, many, many years, year in and year out. Consistent Centurion producer. So what is it that keeps you on that pace?
Like I mentioned before, I do listen and pay attention to those little details, and by having my written goals with me,
that's amazing.
All the time, I keep track of them. So I know what I have to do. I know what I want to do because I have my goals. And
can I show this?
Sure.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Laminated. Look at this. Laminated
index
goals.
Cards. Wow.
Index cards, right? So this man knows.
And if you ask any agent in my office, I've been carrying these with me for the past 2 years.
Wow.
So for me, it's keeping an eye on those little details, and I'm trying to be consistent as far as keeping my schedule, and I have my schedule. You can ask my agents, my friends in my office, I always eat at the same time, I always be at the office at the same time, and I always leave at the same time.
Consistency.
So touch on that. Let's touch on that. What is a schedule of Hector Benavidez, top producer? Okay. What does it look like? What time do you wake up? What do you do? What time are you at the office? What time do you clock out, we can say, right? What is your schedule like, Hector?
Beautiful. I wake up at 5:20 in the morning, go to the gym for about 2 hours, be at the office about 8:30 to 9 o'clock in the morning. So my day starts at 9 o'clock in the morning at the office, when I start checking for past clients, lead follow-up or something. But my prospecting time is from 10 to 12.
10 to 12.
10 to 12. I do either door knocking or cold calling or call my past clients. And then from 12 to 1, always lunchtime for me. 12 to 1.
12 to 1.
1 to 3, I do my follow-up. And 3 to 6 or 3 to 7, I do my listing appointments, selling appointments. And after 7, if I have nothing else to do, I go home at 7:30 in the night.
Beautiful, beautiful. So when you're not doing real estate, what do you like to do for fun? Where do you go? I know you have a wife, right?
Yes, I do.
Have you been married?
It's going to be 10 years now, this November.
Years, wow.
Yes.
That's a big one right there, right?
Yes.
10 years being married.
10 years. And she works with me, so it's like 20 years. Yeah, we're together all the time.
That's amazing. Yes. How many, do you have kids?
We have 4 in total, 2 and 2. Yes.
How old are those kids?
The oldest 26, 20, mine 17 and 14.
Wow, that's good. Terrific. Let me ask you a question. I know we focused on asking a new agent starting out. How about that agent that's 150, 160, that wants to get to the $250,000 range? What one thing can you share that would help them?
I had this conversation a lot of times in my office with agents with at least 2, 3, 4, 5 years of experience, and I always tell them the same thing. The first thing I ask them is, do you have a schedule? And guess what the answer is? No, they don't have a schedule. They don't have a schedule. So if they don't have a schedule and if they don't have a written goals, how are they going to accomplish the next level?
Exactly.
It's going to be hard. So, but I can tell you one thing. Just by adding 5 more little things to your daily activity schedule, you can actually increase your production. How?
So 5
Maybe 5 more things. Maybe you can go ahead and call 5 past clients today. Go door knock for at least 30 more minutes. Make those 5 extra phone calls a day. That can increase at least 1 sale a month. And by doing that, you can easily increase your level from 160 all the way to 250.
Yes. Now, Hector, do you work with a team, or is it just you, or how many people are in your team?
It's just me, my wife, and I have a buyer's agent that joined me back in December 2016. So he's been with me for about 5 months.
5 months.
Because I wanted to increase my production. I wanted to
get to that next level.
To the next level. I was being 250, 260, 280, 300, but this year I want to really increase my production all the way to $800,000.
Wow.
So I needed a buyer's agent.
And what is your projected sales like right now, at this point right now? How'd you do for your first quarter?
I end up with almost $100,000 in production. And I have about probably $150,000 in escrow right now in the pipeline. So I'm on track to close.
Technically, you're on track.
I'm on track. Yes, I'm on track.
Guys, you heard that. First quarter of $100,000, already has $150,000 in his pipeline right now. And he's here taking a little bit of time to schedule. What are you doing to increase your business like that? So you've been in the business 17 years. What do you do to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself going after so many years and trying to strive for that next level? Do you have like coaches or anything like that that keeps you going?
I have a coach at my office, which is my manager, Richard Strada. We meet on a weekly basis to go over my numbers. And it's all about mindset. I listen to motivational speakers on a daily basis while working out. I read books, and I try to surround myself with top producers as well. So I'm always asking for like any different strategies or different systems, and I'm following their steps too.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've always said that 90% of your success in this business is between your ears.
Yes.
It's mindset.
It is mindset, 100%. I have to agree to that.
Right. A question for you. Going from 350,000 to your goal this year, 800,000, is there one thing that you're going to be adding to your repertoire of things you're going to be doing on a regular basis?
I did, which is I added my selling agent, which I didn't have for the past 16 years.
Wow.
So now I'm adding this guy as a selling agent, so that can help me keep me focused on listings, so I can have my buyer's agent taking care of my buyers.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So you're pretty much taking that time that you used to invest into the buyers to now just focusing on listings, because you feel listings is going to be the thing that's going to get you to that $800,000 mark?
Exactly. That's exactly what I think.
Beautiful. You mentioned that you listen to audios and books. What's one book that you feel had the most impact in your career?
Think and Grow Rich.
Yes.
Think and Grow Rich.
By Napoleon Hill.
My all-time favorite,
My
actually.
very first book in real estate. Very first book.
Probably the best. I read it over and over again.
How many times have you read that book already?
At least 16 times.
Wow, talk about that. See, some of us read one book, we put it down, and we never pick it up again. And it's funny because I've read books before 2 or 3 times, and we always pick up something different.
Exactly. So you got to read them.
Yes, definitely.
All over again.
Let me ask you, Hector, in closing, what one tip do you have for agents going forward in 2017 to get them encouraged, to get them motivated to succeed this year?
The first thing I should tell you guys is write down your goals. Be coachable. Listen to your managers. Listen to your coaches. But the most important thing, besides mindsets, is your attitude. Attitude toward the business. You gotta be positive all the time. You have to be certain that everything can be done.
Absolutely.
Right. But if you listen to your coaches, it makes it easier for you. You know. So that's what I can tell you guys.
Terrific.
Yeah, Hector. It was a beautiful point, and I'm glad you shared that, and that's a nugget that everybody should take to. What's one of the reasons why you like the Downey Association? Because there's so many choices to any association you can join, but what do you feel that the Downey Association is doing differently for you?
Just these. We don't have these in any other associations. We don't have the opportunity to meet with the members of the associations, videos and things like that. So I think, and not only that, but also the support that we have at the Downey Association of Realtors is very important.
In closing, we just want you guys to know that we're going to be doing a series of these videos, so please share the videos, share them with everybody in your office, share them with the new agents, because we know that through inspiration and there's one saying that I always love. They say it's okay to be a copycat, especially in this business, as long as you copy the right cats. And if you follow what they're doing and you mirror what they're doing, you can have the same success.
Dan Navarez again, this concludes our video. Just wanted to say thank you for your time watching this. I'd like to thank Hector and Jose for taking part of this. Anything you'd like to add, gentlemen?
No, and in conclusion, we're just going to be doing this video series consistently. And if you're interested in partaking in the next video series, and if you're a restaurant owner, you want us to showcase your business, or if you're a top producing agent, please submit. If you have any questions for Hector, you feel free to comment on the thread here below, and we're going to make sure that these questions get answered. Secondly, I want to thank Kurt, who you guys heard from, for having us here. I want to thank Hector for your time. I know you're a busy individual, but you took time to help and add value to our members, so we really appreciate that. And as you guys, as members of the Downey Association of Realtors, we appreciate you guys as well. We hope that you find value and something with this video series. And if you guys like them, anything you want to see improved, please get back to us.
It was a pleasure, guys. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you.
Dan, thank you for the invitation.